the tripod setup certainly is interesting. Anyways, let's get into the tag. I have the original video linked down below, so go check that out if you want to. The first question is, why did you start this channel? And I'm not sure if I really have a proper answer for that. I think I wanted to start a YouTube channel since I was 14, 15, around that age, and I never really had a theme that I wanted to go with. I had a lot of ideas. I think I'm pretty creative, or I'd like to think I'm a pretty creative person, so I'd always had these ideas, but they never felt like coherent enough to make it a theme, and also not personal enough. I don't know. And then I discovered Booktube and thought, that is my thing. Books are my thing. And so I decided to just give it a go. It's not working out that well yet. If you look at my upload history, consistency is apparently not my thing. I know that. Yeah, anyways, I hope that is gonna get better. And also, fun thing about me, I move my hands too much. I hope that is not too distracting. I don't know what that was. Let's get finally into the second question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And I don't know about fun. Dread and despair, maybe? No, we're all about self-love here, right? So I'm so unique and fun. I need therapy. What I can definitely bring to the table is that I am not a US-centric channel. I still read a lot of books from the US, but since I'm from Germany and I study German language and literature, there will be more books that are maybe not so popular in the US and are more European-centric, German-centric. Yeah, but I also read a lot of just standard Booktube popular books. I think it's a good mix. But since I study literature, maybe I will get some interesting thoughts that I got through my courses into the channel that are more advanced. I don't know. I don't want to be pretentious here, but maybe that will bring something interesting into the conversation. I don't know. We will see. The next question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? And I think it's mostly the opportunity to connect with people. I think that's the standard answer for this question. That's what everyone says. But I'm also excited to pick your minds and ask you, do you know any books that read like a Barbie movie? Because that's something I've been looking for. I guess you could just read fairy tales or a lot of children's books that feel the same. But I'm kind of missing something in adult fantasy or just adult literature that has kind of the same flowery, pinkish, happy feeling. But maybe adults are just not supposed to feel like this. So yeah, let me know if you have any recommendations like that. Next up is, why do you love reading? And that is, I mean, some people might have a proper explanation for that. But for me, that's kind of a weird question, because reading has always been a massive part of my life. My parents have been reading to me since I was a baby, and I've been loving just stories and living the lives through those characters. And I just think it's so fascinating that, at least in English and German as well, we have 26 characters, right? Yeah, that we have 26 characters in our alphabet, and we string them together and they become words and they become sentences, and these sentences make pictures in our minds and create worlds. I think that's magic. That's my answer. I love magic. I want to be a magician. I don't know what these answers are. I'm sorry. I told you. Dread and despair. How many more questions are here? Oh god. Oh no. So many. Next question is, which book or series got you into reading? And once again, as I just said, My parents have been reading to me since I was a baby. So there has not been a particular book that has gotten me into reading. I loved, I don't know what they're called in English, maybe The Children of Noisy Village, I believe, by Astrid Lindgren. That's a book series that I loved as a child. Also, all the books by Michael Ende. Of course, Harry Potter later on, when I think Harry Potter was the first book that got me into reading myself, because I was annoyed that my parents were taking too long reading it to me. So I started reading it myself when I was about 7, I believe. What got me into reading English books was actually the City of Bones series, or the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I read the first book in, I think, 2 days, which is pretty impressive for someone who has never read an entire book in English before. But it's already been 10 years, probably, so maybe it's time for a reread. Ooh, the next one is good. What question would you ask your favorite booktuber? First, what app or program or whatever are you using to make those nice thumbnails with the lines and the titles that look handwritten? Can you tell me? I mean, I could probably just do a Google search, but please tell me, because my thumbnails are shite. Also, I would like to know, how do you get over the anxiety? Maybe because you're not anxious people, but my heart is beating. The anxiety is spiking every time I say hello to the camera. Also because I can't speak English for the life of me. I sound so eloquent in my head. And then this thing is on, and it's just garbage spilling out of me. If you're still with me, we have 4 questions to go. The next one is, what challenges... Am I karate fighting? The next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? First, speaking English. Second, speaking without pausing. Third, editing all this stuff. Fourth, looking at my face while editing. Fifth, keeping up with the books. I'm a slow reader. What am I doing here? The next question is, when did you start reading? I talked about this twice already in this video, so second to last question is, where do you read? Wherever I am when I have time. I read here, I read in my bed, I sometimes read in the kitchen, I sometimes read at work, not while I'm working, but when I've got a break. Definitely read a lot on the train. Also listen to a lot of audiobooks on the train. Listen to audiobooks when I'm on a walk, because that is something we've been doing for a year now. Going on walks, right? Yeah, so wherever I am. And the last question is, what kind of books do you read? I mostly read fantasy, but I've been trying to diversify my reading a little bit, not only in gender and sexuality and ethnicity, but also in genre. And so far it's going really well. A lot of the books I've enjoyed this year have not been fantasy. One has been historical fiction, one has been, I think, something like a thriller mystery. That was amazing. I hope you liked this video and it didn't get too long and too tedious. And maybe 1 or 2 of you are gonna stick around and listen to me talk about books more often. Hoffentlich. Hopefully. The German is slipping through.